What's going on, guys? Zarius here, and recently I got upwards of 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 people clicked that subscribe button, and to be completely honest, a huge portion of that probably came from Karen Strong. Thank you, Karen, and probably Goodfella. Thank you, Goodfella. And a huge fraction of that came from Dr. Random McCam. Thank you, Doctor. So yeah, I thought about making a video where I kind of shout people out, but then I was like, how could I shout people out when they have channels bigger than mine, and most people came from those channels anyway? It's kind of be wasting everybody's time, so I'm not going to do that. I remember last time I hit like 1,000 subscribers way back when. I did like a subscriber shout out, but then I'm probably not going to do it this time because there's so many different people to name off. I'd have to have a gigantic list. So I'm just going to say thanks to everyone who comments on my channel, even the people who disagree with me. I really like that I can have conversations with a lot of people, because I learned a lot. I really do. A very interesting conversation. Some of the best comments are the comments that kind of make me think about things I never knew. Think about different perspectives. Very interesting. And I like it. That's actually my favorite part about making YouTube videos. That and the entertaining aspect of it all. There's a lot, that I enjoy, and I just want to say thanks. For most people, 3,000 subscribers ain't shit, but to me, that's a lot, man. That's wonderful. I got, even though most people don't actually watch the videos, even still, it makes the channel look better. Funny thing about YouTube, aesthetics is one, like, a great thing. Like, if you have lots of subscribers, the psychology of it all is people think that you're hot shit, and they'll be more inclined to click the subscribe button. That, and if they like the stuff that you make. There's a lot that goes into it. I can talk about in detail, but I'm not going to. But yeah, it's great. People click the like button. In terms of analytics, that helps me out quite a bit. And also, again, aesthetically and psychologically, it's a great thing. So, yeah, it is helpful overall, even if everybody doesn't watch the videos. I hope people get something out of what I say. Because I know I get a lot out of the comments that a lot of people post up. I learn a lot, and I get a different perspective on things, too, that I never had before. So, I am thankful for everyone who comes by and, comments and subscribes and talks to me and everything. It's a really good thing. I learned a lot. So yeah, and I remember I said that a couple months ago when I made 1,000 subscribers, that when I got 2,500 subscribers, I'd probably open up a Patreon account and see what I got from there. So I did open up the Patreon account, and I have it up in the description box every now and again. But I don't really talk about it too much because my primary concern here is never really to make money. Although I would like to make this a part-time job. I remember I just read a comment recently where someone was like, "You should make this a full-time job," and I was like, if only, man. I'd like to do this part-time. That'd be amazing if I had enough money to be able to focus, some attention on this. But there's more things I want to do with my life. So, but yeah, I would like to be able to. But in order to do that, I would need more money. And or more people to watch the ads. But again, it's not my primary concern here. My primary concern is really making people laugh and think at the same time. So if you are thinking and commenting and talking, I win. So even if you get mad, I still win. As long as you thought about the topic, that's it. And laugh too. I try to make the videos entertaining because they are long-winded sometimes, or at least they used to be before my channel got a bad standing, unfortunately. But yeah, so yeah, the Patreon account's there, but I don't push it too much because there's more important things to me than making money, and that is the fact that you guys think about the topic and that you get something out of these videos that I make. So yeah. So again, and even then, even with the Patreon account, there's not really a lot that I can give you. I will see I'll go check it out, and I'll see other people have their Patreon accounts, and they'll have if you pledge $20 or $25, you get to have a Google Hangout with me, and I just think it's the dumbest thing ever because I'm like, you're not a fucking amazing person. You just make YouTube videos. You can't spend a couple minutes of your time talking to people who care about you. I had a Google Hangout with Brandon the other day. I'm not gonna make anyone pay money to talk to me in a Google Hangout. I was like, I don't know. I just find it to be a weird reward for people who pledge a Patreon. You get to have a conversation with me. you don't have to pay money to talk to me. You just, you know, like if you want to have a Google Hangout with me, you just, I would just need time in advance. You just have to set it up. But I mean, you don't have to pay money. That I don't know. That's just weird to me personally. But yeah, there's not much I can offer, you know, on that Patreon account. Other than if you suggest a video, I will put it into production. And so the more you pledge, the faster you get a video that you suggested out there. Assuming it's on a topic that I am knowledgeable on, because there's some topics that I just don't know a lot about and I just can't talk about. So I'd have to do lots of research into them. But I could still produce it. It would just take a little bit more time than something that I thought about. So yeah. And the interesting thing is, the whole reason I ask for like video suggestions, it's never because I run out of ideas for videos, because trust me, there's a lot of things I can talk about. I really more kind of want to see what else everyone else has to say. So I want to know where everyone else's mind is at. And that's why I ask for suggestions. You know, it's never that I write ideas. I just want to know where everyone's mind is at. You know. So one person did ask me if I wanted to do like a question and answer video. So I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I guess you can ask some questions in the comment box below this video, so you can, you know, find out more stuff about me if you are really that interested. Because honestly, I actually don't really like talking about myself all too much, which is why I don't like making videos like this, because sometimes I feel like there's not a lot to be like taken out of these videos because I'm just talking about myself. And unless it's like an entertaining story, there ain't really much you can get out of it, which is why I made the blog. So the blog I made was so I can type out updates and tell you what's coming in the future. So I won't have to make videos like these where I only talk about myself. I don't really like, unless it's a story, like unless I'm using myself as an example to prove a point, I don't like talking about myself, honestly, because I feel like there's more important things. You know, which is why I don't put the Patreon thing too much. I feel weird, you know, even bringing up the Patreon thing. Like, it's there. If you want to help me out, that'd be fantastic, because I need a new computer, because this guy, he sucks, unfortunately. The screen blacks out sometimes, and then if the screen blacks out, and I can't make videos, I can't work on the computer, so I mean, it kind of sucks there. So I have to get a new computer eventually, one of these days. So yeah, that would be helpful with the whole Patreon thing. But again, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to pledge. I mean, in all honesty, again, there's actually zero incentive to pledge to that Patreon account, because I will not stop making these videos, profit or not. You know, there are actually some videos I don't even have AdSense on, partly because of copyright, but other partly because, I mean, what's more important is the information. You know, what's more important is that people see the information and they get something out of it. So some videos I have on my channel are just free content. It's just free for everybody. So again, there's no incentive to pledge that Patreon account other than the fact that you like me and you want to help me out. That is your only incentive. So yeah. So again, if you want to, by all means, you can ask me questions below. And I can do a question and answer video. So yeah, you guys can learn more stuff about me or figure things out. I guess quick update. I finished the first part of my new video series on attention whores. That will be up soon. I have to record the first part of my other video series that I have been collecting material on, which I think will be really cool. Really excited for that one. A lot of information, a lot of good stuff coming out of that. And yeah, then I have other video ideas that I have to put into production, other funny content. So a little quick update. Some good stuff is coming out in the future. And so, that being said, I don't like making these videos because I feel like there's never ever anything to really get out of them. So, I'm going to leave you guys with a thinking point. So, it's going to be a little quick little editorial. I'm going to talk about something, give you guys something to get out of this video. So, let's talk about, I'm going to transition, let's talk about plus size models for a second. I'm going to talk about plus size models a lot more in detail. It's a little random, but again, it's something I'm going to talk about a lot more detail in its own video. But it's a very interesting topic to me, because I find it really funny and really strange how we have so many different campaigns talking about female beauty and how women are so beautiful and amazing and incredible and they look so amazing, these different shapes and sizes, right? And we even have a plus size model industry even in existence, that we have different standards for models in existence. That we have all of that. We have all these different models. Now, the thing that gets me about models in and of themselves is the job itself. All right. Because the job of a model, right, like a lot of these different cover girls, their job is to literally like stand still and look pretty. And I say like stand still, look pretty to what end? And I already know the end. I made a whole video about models a couple of months ago. You guys should go check that out. But the whole purpose of most models, especially urban models, is just masturbation material, right? So models, they look pretty, they look beautiful, they look sexy to either sell a product or to sell themselves. And they sell themselves to be masturbation material. That's all it really is. That's all the models do, like internet models and all these different. I'm not talking about like runway models, because runway models are there to model off clothes. So they're not a standard of what you should look like. So any woman who looks at a runway model should stop thinking that that's a standard of what you should look like, because that's stupid. They are incredibly unhealthy. They are there to only model the clothes. Their entire purpose is to be so skinny it looks as if the clothes are on some hangers and they're just moving around. So you're probably thinking, well, if that's the purpose, why don't they just create like a giant hanger like a giant contraption or conveyor belt like with hangers and just have the clothes like just line up and then just change. I don't know why they have runway models, honestly, when they can do that, but I digress. Models in themselves they exist to look pretty, to garner attention, and to be masturbation material. Let's just call it what it is. That's what models are for. Models are there to become masturbation material because they serve no other purpose than to either gain attention for a product and to sell them and to have people whack off to them. So the whole idea of plus size models is an interesting thing to me because you have a bunch of women who they look normal, honestly. A lot of plus size models, they just look like normal people, if we're just gonna put it that way. But we have these plus size models to be there to represent other women who are really big and they don't have any self-esteem and they don't feel comfortable about being big, right? And the thing that gets me is that we have plus size we only have plus size female models. We don't have any plus size male models, right? We don't have any men with like pot bellies or any men who, you know, are just unhealthy or don't even look right modeling anything. Right. Excuse me. There's this new show like called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. You'll never fucking see any show positive about a man being fat. You just won't see it. You only see women. You only see these female plus size models. You don't see it. And I'm not really saying bring this point out there to say that, you know, that it's a sexist thing, you know, that they keep men out. But I just think it's very interesting how we try to make women feel so comfortable in our society, so much so to the point that we will elevate normal people who are living unhealthy lives to make other ladies, let's be honest, feel better about themselves, right? That we have this show, My Big Fat Fabulous Life, that we have an industry of big models or, you know, bigger models. You even have in porn that you'll have plus size models in porn. But again, you'll never see like a fat man. Like every now and again, you might find some outlandish pornography that has like a roundish man or like a bigger man who has like a gut, but not a fat man, not a big guy. No, you'll never see that. But I mean, we do a lot to make women feel comfortable in our society. And I think that's what a huge portion of plus size models are. They're just there to become masturbation material because that's what most models ultimately become. And they're just there to make women feel comfortable about being overweight, which I think is ridiculous because there are a lot of women who are beautiful, even though they're really big, and they don't really need a model to tell them that they're pretty. I mean, they're gonna find some guy to care about them eventually because they're women. I mean, most men want to take care of women. That's not a profound statement, but if you talk to a feminist, it would be so. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about specific plus size models a lot more in the future. Do not worry. This was just kind of just something to leave you guys thinking. It wasn't really so much to prove a point, just get some stuff churning in your head because I don't like making update videos because there's nothing really to be thought about other than to just get you excited for stuff to come. So yeah. So again, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate every single comment, every single like button. Even the dislikes, even the people who dislike me. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me and my channel, and hopefully I can serve you guys more in the future. So with that being said, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, man, go ahead and click the like button. Go ahead and click that, subscribe button, comment in the comment box below, and as always, have a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.